Yo, whoever came up with the high school to college like pipeline is actually a genius. It's like a pipeline directly to forever debt. And this is not a dig on college. It's a this is not a dig on college education, but this is really a dig on how predatory the entire process actually is. Because when we talk about if it's a scam, people are defining a scam by, going into something expecting a certain result, being sold on a certain result, and then not receiving that result. So for a lot of people who go to college, it's basically a scam. You feel me? For a lot of people, they're going based on this notion, based on this dream that we've been told, especially throughout high school, that we need to graduate, we need to go to college so we can get a good job. You feel me? They're not telling us, it's only really worth the time if we're going for certain majors. Ooh, they're not telling us that part, so it's a little bit deceptive in my view. But for people to, I was in high school trying to figure out. I'm sitting in class like, if this entire class is about to graduate, and not just the classroom, but the entire class is about to graduate, we're all gonna have high school diplomas, which is the new norm. And basically y'all telling us that the high school diplomas aren't worth much. So if we were all supposed to just go ahead and follow through with what it is that y'all telling us to do, which is go to college, and we all graduate with a degree, wouldn't we be in the same spot as all of us having a high school diploma? It's not worth much. It's not a rarity. If this is what we're all supposed to do, then we're gonna end up in the same position. And this is when I was in high school. So fast forward 10 years later, and now we're seeing the reality of that's what it is. Everybody's graduating. A good majority of people went and saw that through. And now reality is hitting for some, especially in the climate that we're in. Even people, it's messed up for everybody. This is not just, they had high school diplomas and it didn't work. It's not that at all. This is messed up for everybody. But it does still create a competitive environment where, like I said, we all went and did the same thing. And now we're all scrambling for the same positions in the same spots in an environment that's even worse and that's not conducive for any of that. You feel me? So, long story short, I was trying to figure that out when I was sitting in the high school classroom. And it was also like crazy to me, like, we're teenagers. A lot of us are barely making decisions for ourselves. Right? Barely. You got people who are, still getting their clothes washed, not even washing their own clothes yet. But yet you're asking us, with very little knowledge of the world, very little experience, very little knowledge of anything that's outside of a classroom, about anything that doesn't have, anything that doesn't have a summer break, we're not knowing much about it. But yet you're asking us what career and what we want to do with the rest of our lives. 17-year-olds, 16, 17-year-olds, you're asking us what we want to do with the rest of our lives. Keep in mind, we're not even sure what industries are out there. We're not even sure what jobs are really out there. You know how many jobs are hidden? You know how many things that are happening, how intricate society is running through jobs that people don't even know about? But you asking 16, 17-year-olds what they want to do with the rest of their lives. We have no idea what's even out there. We have no idea. And I'm 17 years old. What the hell you mean what I want to do for the rest of my life? What career path do I want to go into if you're expecting me to retire at 65? Like, what are we talking about? So it's a great recipe for the scam to work. You feel me? When I say it's predatory, it's it's a perfect way for it to play out, because you got that pressure of them forcing us to make a decision, right, in a timely manner. You got us not knowing much. We have no idea what we're about to go for. So both of those put together, it's like, fuck it, just sign me up for something, right? And before you know it, you're there, you're trying to switch majors, you spending more time there, or you want to finish and do something else, so now you're there for longer, or you're spending more money there. So it's kind of funny how the whole thing plays out, but it's perfect, because that's already going to get a large majority on the hook. And when I say on the hook, I mean being stuck, being trapped, having no option but to be a worker and provide value to society while making the very least. For the most part, you got some people who are able to, at least become decently compensated for what it is that they're providing. But for the majority, they're just going to be exploited. For the majority. So I think it's just a great pipeline. It works. They're either going to get you when you're 17 or 18. They're going to sign you up for tens of thousands of dollars worth of debt. They're going to get you before you realize what hit you, because you don't know better. Or, you feel me, whatever else comes down the line, the house, the car, those are going to get you on the hook too. For most people are going to get expensive cars, expensive homes. And the triple whammy, like the ideal setup, is the college, the car, and the house, and the kids combo, right? Because that's how we're told that we're supposed to transition through life, which is the perfect combo. That keeps us on the hook for that full, all the way going into retirement age. Getting somebody to sign up for a tremendous amount of college debt is like getting a 30-year contract. It's like an employer getting a 30-year contract. Like, yo, he's cooked. He has no option. He's locked in for the most part. Getting somebody to go to college and get an expensive car to keep up with the Joneses, and get a house so they can compete with their neighbors, so they don't look like they're not up to par. They got to get a house to match their car, or they got to get a car to match their job, and then a house to match their car, or vice versa. That's the perfect combination. It's like, yeah, we got him on a 40-year contract. You feel me? 40-year contract. No option to re-sign, no options to renegotiate. They just on a hook. They just trapped. We got them. They're going to produce billions and billions of dollars worth of value and get paid little pieces of scraps that are barely going to be able to help them pay off that debt that they've acquired early on in their life for the next 30 to 40 years. That's what it is. So while somebody is making millions, maybe even maybe billions, combined with all of us doing it, they're going to be paying you the pieces of scrap, breadcrumbing you along just enough to keep you on the hamster wheel. You're thinking you can get to the carrot. And it's all because they had this pipeline, this perfect system, these perfect lies and deceptions set up in place to lead us into that position in the first place. So it's interesting, man. Y'all be careful, man. If you're young and you're watching this, definitely be careful. You feel me? If you've already fell for some of these traps, it's already a little bit too late. Don't continue to fall for it. Don't think you gotta keeping up with the Joneses. Don't think you gotta upgrade your car just because you're reaching a certain age, or you're in a certain social circle. You feel me? Don't keep falling for what it is that they're setting up. Now you can if you want to. If you're the type of person where you're like, it's okay, I like having nice things, I want to have the newest and the best, and I'll work hard for it, cool. That's fine. But if you're a person where you're like, I value the freedom, or I value, not having the stress of having to work every day just to survive, or just to live, or just to pay for my car to get to and from work, to pay for my house so I can go there, spend a couple hours there, and then go back to work, then yeah, try to start breaking free from that thinking and that information that they fed us in the beginning. But that's all, man. Make sure y'all like and share. Drop a comment. I'll catch y'all.